Test. Alright, there we go. There we go. There we go. Is it working now? Can people hear? Test. Alright, there we go. Okay, perfect. That was such a delay. Alright, cool. I think there's a. How do I change that? Alright, cool. Let's go to server. Actually, no, we'll wait out in my server for a little bit longer. And we'll see. Okay, perfect. That was such a delay. Alright, cool. I think there's a. How do I change that? Alright, cool. Let's get this cracking. Let's get it cracking, man. Alright, cool. So what's it? Server 42. We've just we haven't finished. It's still got an hour left, but I think it's quite comfortable. Confidence say we've won that now. 6.8 on the gap. Ranking went crazy. We went crazy in the ranking. I finished number 5. Overall, yeah, nah, it was a sweet one. But I think we're not even here for server 42. What we're gonna do is let's dive into the. Let's see where they are. Server. Wait, what? You're telling? Oh no, you're lying to me. I don't have. That's not. That's just not right. That's not right. I definitely have an account. 38, 16, 1. What the? Oh no, that's. Maybe with server 13 I had a character on. Bro, they've definitely deleted my account. That is so dead. That is so peak. Alright, cool. We're gonna have to go and make a new account, it seems. I definitely had one in in server 13 or 40. You know what, let me check on my phone real quick because that's so annoying. Let me stop the stream and then I will resume once I've got that fixed. Actually, wait, no, scratch that. We'll just get that ranked up now. That's so mad because yesterday when I was checking I was checking their server because I was actually mad curious to see what was happening. And you're telling me now I'm gonna miss out on the first bit of fighting. That's crazy. That's cool though. This doesn't take too long. One thing about me is I don't enjoy the fact that we have to go through all of this again. That is so dead. Like, ideally they should have some sort of just a viewer mode where you can see what's going on in other servers because having to make the brand new ult each time, I'm not sure if I could be bothered. In terms of server 30 and server 13 and server 40 though, I think this is gonna be tricky because these two teams are powerful. When I look at server 13, I think they're mad similar to server 42 in terms of when you look at how many people that they've got at each level. Like they've got quite a few people over 40 mil, got a load of people that are 30 mil. So I think server 13 is strong. But then when we go back and double check what happened with 42 versus 40, I know server 40 is strong. Like they're no joke. They're no joke whatsoever. So I'm thinking this is definitely going to be one of those matches that's 100. It's going to be close. I think it will definitely come down to the coordination, to the rallies. Like who's really gonna shine in those two areas. Because if you shine in those two areas, you're sweet. You're actually in such a good spot. Such a good spot. I think the more you do these Mightiest Empire events, the more you do these rallies, you'll be fine. You'll actually be fine. So I am curious to see where else how else they will be, how they're gonna perform. any moment now they're probably going to start doing their cross server battles. So hopefully we can get this underway, finished really quickly, and we can jump straight into their battles. Because yeah, that very last thing that I want to miss is the actual thing. I'm not sure if I can make a poll or something because I want to see like what you guys think. Because I think this is going to be techie. I think it's going to be very close. Like again, I'm not sure who I could say I think I'd give the win to. Like both of them are strong teams. Both of them got like really strong players up top. I know they've got Kusha in server 13 though. I've been told like he's a big boy, but New Moon as well. But then Cork, yeah, there's so many different people on either side, so it's gonna be mad difficult to really assess who's the top person. In the the thing, and if you're wondering why I'm still doing this shit, basically, yesterday I'm 95% certain I had an account in server 40, either that or I've done it on like the wrong account or something, and at this point it's now saying to me that I have to start again. So I've just made an account on server 40. I'm gonna quickly get this leveled up so then we can get to watching. You only need to unlock the map. So we'll unlock the map and then we'll just watch the fighting. In regards to our match, in regards to server 42 versus 16, yeah, I can't lie, guys. We smashed it. Like that was a good one. That was actually quite good, but I didn't want to screen record. That was just too much, bro. I'm tapping the screen. Let me skip. Bro. I overlook so many glitches this game has because I'm literally just here for the PvP content, so I feel like I overlook hella of the little glitchy things that this game comes with. It's only 4 minutes, so like I'm hoping by the time we unlock everything, we should be able to see like quite a bit of fighting's picked up. I know typically for us that first 5 minutes is more so let's scour the map. Where are we going to? Where are we gonna push? Let's hope that they're doing the exact same thing type shit. Cause yeah, I don't know, man. They're both such active servers, and I think server 13. Correct me if I'm wrong, but server 13, they've had a lot of civil wars, but the last few, maybe the last one or two Mightiest Empires, they've definitely all been on the same page. Like I'm certain they've all been on the same page. So I'm thinking the same way that we're even seeing that the score is so close. I'm hoping that both sides really want it. Like both sides really want to get this win because no, this could be mad. This could actually be a really mad matchup, and I'm really hoping, bro. How come I can't? Okay, nice. I can see my stream here now. All right, perfect. I'm not sure if. Let me check that everything's going fine for the stream as well. Alright, in the meantime, let's keep flick through these. I think with the Mightiest, with this island tactics, you need to do about 6 of them. So I think what I'll do is I'll like whiz through a few of these more, a few more of these. No, this is so peak for you guys. I know. I generally thought I had this all set up already. It turned out that I didn't. It's fine though. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. I think by the time this is done, I'm gonna make the bet that I think look. I think both are strong servers, but I'm leaning slightly towards server 13 maybe. Or actually no. But the thing is, I feel like with server 40, they've had the civil wars, they've had recent like the rally wars, so I'm thinking that they should be in a really good spot. This is so dead. How are you making me like? If I was like, if you're a person that's never played these sort of games, this intro is not like an intro that you play to keep playing. Like this is so. They definitely need to work on the intro because I think the main reason why people come to watch these games and play these games is like they want the KvK, they want the fighting. I think how they portray the start of these games is awful because doing this so far is boring. Like, this is mindless. This is mind numbing. I think they definitely need to fix on how they like introduce these things, because yeah, nah, this is so slow. And for whatever reason, like pressing, no, the map's not open yet. I think I need to get to number 6 of this, but I know that once I get the other one, what's her name? Like, I think it's Joanne of Arc. That's when we're nearly done, and then we have the map, and then we can go and watch. Yeah, I'm watching you play Island Thingy, and I haven't. Alright, Jenny, I just read what you said on Discord. Alright, brother, yeah? Good luck in the Battle of Dawn. You lot, so my last Battle of Dawn, yeah, we played against Server 9. Now, if you're in my bracket, Server 42 bracket, Server 9 and 27 are the other two winners from like quite early global brackets. Now, Server 9, they nearly cooked us. That was a crazy fight. Like, they genuinely nearly cooked us. That was one of the first times that we didn't have full participation. I think we were missing about 7 people, and it was mad because these lot were genuinely battering us. Like, they were battering us at the start. Like, obviously we didn't have that many people, so it's not going to be ideal. But the way it wasn't close at the start, I genuinely thought, like, damn, we might lose this. Like, we might genuinely lose this. Uh, you're telling. There's just so much that you need to do before you can actually. Bro, let me. I just want to spectate. I just want to spectate. Oh my goodness. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. You can't tell me there's not like a more attractive way to start these games though, because boy to boy, this is. I'm not sure about you guys, but when I first played this, it wasn't like the intro wasn't what grabs you. It's definitely not what grabs you because this is very much you need to tap all of these things to get through. It's yeah. Ooh. I don't even remember but going through the start of this game. I do remember though going through those first quests and you're thinking, damn, the amount of resources that you're getting is sweet, but nah. Let's see. What do I need to do? Upgrade that to level 4. Train. Yep. I think it's when we get to level 6 that we can see the whole map. Let's do a couple island tactics because I know for the next few quests you need to do island tactics. So, damn, I started the stream just before 10, and I'm still going out. I think it's like this must be like a 50-minute reshuffle each time you have to do this. This thing has never been hard. I think actually no, where I'm at now because I'm one of those people that focus very hard on one march. So where you're at now is like kind of more difficult to do with just the one march. No, see, look, that's how they try and get you. That's how they try and get you. You're already popping things in your face. And then, nah. Because I know you're going to have to level this one up too. Let's level this. Then we're going to level this as well. I think maybe it's when you get to the feudal age. I'm not sure. No, yes, the next one. And then we should be done. Oh wait, no, this is... Requires... Bro, let me leave. My cat's just begging outside to come in. She can hear me out in this room and she's just begging to come in. research. Yeah, I'm like 95% certain that after I've done this tree, I should be able to. And then what's that? I need to research swordsman attack. God forbid having to start this game again. Ugh. There's way, there's way too much of this shit to go through. I'm not. Oh, God forbid having to start from the scratch again. Wait, am I bugging? Have I not just been tapping that? Oh, upgrade, speed up, quick use. No, you lot can see. Like that's actually bugging out now. Oh, wait. What next? What else does it? Do I need to do? University need to get to level 5. All right. I'm so confused right now. There we go. I was about to say, like, why was that taking so long? Bro, let me see the fucking. How much more island tactics do they have for me? Let's do a few more. I can't believe they keep you trapped in your base for this long. Like, you can't even look at the map. But then I also think, because I'm so far into the game now, is maybe why then this is feeling much more like a trap. Is that ready now? 6. Oh, finally. Alright, cool. Heading to the world. Thank you. Finally, alright, guys. So, we finally got that bit done. Let's take a look at what's going on. So, right off the bat, it's quite even. 40's pulling ahead. Let's see where they're actually fighting, though. So, which ports are they using? No. Nope. Okay, there's two. There's three. They've sent 3 players here. There must be a decent sized. No, they don't. There must be a front somewhere. One person there. Let's check the other server. Maybe, I think what they've done is they must have invaded. I think. Where can we see the fighting? Okay, there's VIPs there. They've sent a few people there. Looks like I'd assume that server 40 would have wanted to go on the offensive. I wouldn't go there because of towers. Where are these guys actually fighting then? There's a few people here. Doesn't seem to be any like form of intense fighting. Like what? Oh, there we go. Cool. So we've got more kid. Oh, Canada's here. So we've got Core Kid and Canada like right in front of each other. So let's take a look at like what they've actually got like in the field so far. So 53 million, Core Kid at 73, 33, 63 again, another 69. Damn. So it seems like 40 have dropped in quite a few of their heavy hitters. These are some really heavy hitters. that they've ported into the front. I guess this is where the bulk of the fight is going to be. It's going to be see who can get like the more heavy hitters in one spot than the other, really. Canada's the thing with Canada. When I first fought against him, this guy was sending in maybe just one march, but that one march was maxed. And when I say maxed, I'm talking like this one march was decked out. And it looks like since then he's only continued doing the same. Jin Yu Moon, is that's definitely not New Moon. New Moon had way more points. Seems cool. Yeah, decent. The thing is, how they're set up, they can take some nice trades here and like pop in and out, pop in and out. Got Guido down here, 60 mil, 39, 47, 81. Yeah, they're sending a lot of big boys out. I guess what it's gonna come down to is who can take the lead here. Who's gonna get the lead and who's gonna start like really pushing a gap forward at this point? Because I think this is where most of it makes sense. Like this is where you're gonna rack up so many different points, so many different points here. Just got Canada marching through. Showkid is running away. He was like, yeah, no, thank you. See, I guess that's the issue as well. Like once you're marching, you're far away, you're in between the enemy castles. They're just gonna pop in and out, pop in and out. Let's see who wins this back and forth here. Ah, damn. Okay, so what Corkid is doing is he's just gonna hop in and out, whilst then trying to trade positively with Canada. We've got more kid there as well, trying to get home. Canada's quickly got to him though. I think yeah, he's gonna shave off quite a bit of health. He's gonna shave off a decent amount of health there. I'd suggest what you see how where Canada is. So let's take a look. You see how he doesn't have too much health there. There's actually no point in him like actually just waiting out there and trying to take positive trades. You see that? Yeah, he took a bit of health from Morkid, but I feel like you save troops in the long run, just going back home, replenishing, and then coming back out again. Corkid's got the right idea because he's jumping, just popping in and out, in and out. He did that. Those guys did that a lot when they were fighting Server 42, and I can't lie, it's really good to making sure that you don't take horrible trades. Let's quickly take a look at the ranking that we got here. Hello, do you use attack gem, health gem, or capacity gem on Lubu? Is there a best choice? For me personally, when I'm using Lubu, the Lubu commander himself, I'm putting the attack gems on. You want the attack and those attack gems because they're going to push up that might attack. After that, I then go for health. I feel like for me, health is really important because the more you're fighting, the more damage you're taking, the more of that damage you can take. We already know that Lubu is quite a squishy commander. He doesn't have the most health. He's a glass cannon, so you need to make sure that he's got the health for it. You can barely hear me. All right, let me. How's that? Is that much better? I'm sorry. Yeah, I've just turned it. I've turned it a bit closer to my face, and I turned that up, so that should be good for you guys. Yes, Fab. How you been, man? How you feeling? I saw you on the front lines today at server 42, which was good. So I don't know who this BB team is. Let's look at the power and where they are. BB. Okay, they're quite low. The thing is, so in situations like this, you don't really want bad blood too close to the front. When you've got people like Canada, of course you want them there at the front, but you don't want to have like smaller teams feeding potentially. Do you know this is so cool because what we're seeing is K-pop have a lot of strong players, but so does LXN, and it seems that they're just throwing each other now. Also Fab, can you hear me clearer now? I'm sure that should be like much more. The volume should be much better. It's a bit better now. I'll turn it up even more. I'm gonna put it to where is that? I'm not sure if that's too loud. If it's too loud, just let me know. But hopefully that should be good. All right, cool. So we got Morkid, and I feel like they look like they're feeding him because this is a 20 million player, and they're going straight at 62 million player. You don't do that. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for you to do. Um, Canada's done a good thing with bringing in Miyamoto with his Lubu, because that just means then when the pikemen's come, he's got a strong Miyamoto there, which is cool. I'm not sure if this is the only place of conflict. So, guys, I'm just gonna like quickly pan out. I'm gonna double check around the map just to see if they are having any further skirmishes. It's not. Don't think they are. Doesn't look like it. No, not really. What they got here? So you got 27, 39, 27. Okay, so not the biggest players here. Not to be fair, nothing's really happening there. These guys have got a lot of good ports that they can go to. It's not too loud, alright? This is much better. Alright, that's perfect. Perfect. Guys, in the chat right now, who do you think is winning this? Like, who do you think? Server 13 or server 40? And if you need me to, like, show off the rankings, just let me know and I can, like, show you that. I don't think they're fighting anywhere else, so let's just go back to where we were watching for primarily. Was it? No, I think it was. Was it here? Yeah, it was. There's not many people. There's not many people from server 40 that have come here either, so hopefully as like the fight progresses we're going to see more and more people show up, but like as it stands right now it's literally just a clash of whales. So you've got your 54 million player there, 74, 33, 62, so like some really heavy hitters. You see this level 26 guy, this might just be the worst thing that they can do, because look who he's fighting against. Who do we have in front of him? The queen or the king of the team, 39 mil, 14 mil, a 60 mil player. Yeah, nah. Where this dude is, this guy, I would definitely be telling him he needs to move, because you're just way too close to heavy hitters. You're way too close to people that are just gonna feed off the merit that you're giving to them. Antonius 54 right in front of Canada. That's a ballsy move, because Canada is strong. If you fought against Canada, you know this guy hits like a truck. Like he he'll hit the sense into you. So that is very ballsy. Unless this 54 million has pushed that into one march, because then if he's pushed that straight into one march, that can make up quite a gap. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but I think the boundaries between the two teams are so much smaller at that point. Let me post my stream in the proper Discord server as well, and we'll keep it going. Paste. Easy. Alright, cool. Let's get back to it. So, right now, I won't be able to see the score. Let's see what the score is. Damn, that is so close. This is very, very, very close. And it looks like, who is invading who? Imperial, is it? Okay, so server 40 is going to be invading server 13. I don't think there's been any fighting in server 13 just yet. Like, they've sent one or two people. What's this? What do we got here? 18 mil, yeah. So they've sent it's like little. Oh, okay. What do we have here? Are they any? All right. So okay. Only practice is here. All right, cool. So what I would have done potentially is, if server 13, I wouldn't split your whales up too much. I would be having my bigger whales focus on their big whales as well. Because we just saw on the other server that server 13 had sent some people over there. They had the core kid, Canada were over there. Only practice, I think, should also be there to just like make sure that the big players aren't scoring too many points. You don't want the big players to score easy points. Like, as soon as they show up, you want to make sure that your bigger players are just hitting them immediately. Like, obviously, in this battlefield, like if we're looking now, he doesn't have competition. Like he doesn't have competition, and he's definitely going to score points, a lot of points here. But I think you'll get more benefit out of your bigger players by having them on the fronts where all the big players are at, if that makes sense. Got only practice is using a Sid March. Okay, we've got Martial Pikeman, Warrior Swords as well. Server 40, I think they are much stronger in my opinion, second only to S40, 42. Okay. When we fought them, we both know that Server 40 was very strong. They're a very strong team, can't deny it at all. But I think Server 13 are also very strong in terms of numbers that they have. Let's take a look at the numbers actually. So, got New Moon at the top, 85, 370s. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 460s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 450s. It's quite nice pack at the top. So you got 40 people over 32 mil. And this is server 40 by the way. So that was 40 people over 32. If we check 30 million, we've got about, how many is that? We've got 97 people. So almost 100 people over 30 mil. Why that's important? Because that means you've got a bulk players that can fill out rallies. You've got a lot of like strong players that can fill out your rallies. It seems, I think this is one of those fields as well that VIP should potentially be saying like, hey, shield up. You don't want to be feeding only practice. Like he's definitely going to just be milking up merit here. Seems Guido this might be a different Guido to the one we saw in the other side. I'm going to flip back to the other side because it looks like that's an easy win for damn, they've got a lot of heavy hitters in K-pop. Let's go to their server and check out their top 10 as well, because I think it's a good way to compare whilst doing the cross server raid, because you have a good understanding of this is how many whales we have. This is basically this is our field power. Depending on how many are active, how many people actually get online, that is your field power, and the more that you have of them, the better. Okay, damn. So look at the top of K-pop. This is powerful. This is very, very, very strong. You've got, what is that? 100 mil player, but you've got 4 80 mil players. That's insane. That's quite insane. Only 2 70s, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 60s. Yeah, that is a different Guido. So you got a Guido at 13 and then a Guido at number 7. Yeah, it's good sometimes to mix and match those names so they don't have a clear understanding of who it is that they're actually having to fight against. How many people over 40 mil do we have here? We've got 55 people. I think on server 40 it was 32. That's almost 20 more. I think server 40 had 92. These lot have 122. So it's alright. It's a bit skewed. Let's go back to this clash and let's see what we got going on. So not more people here. So K-pop could really fill out this spot. One, you'd attract more of... Oh wait, no, not K-pop. So LXN... To be fair, no, K-pop would be in red here, so they were the purple in the last server. That's the one that had they had a few 80 million players here. That is, yeah, they should definitely have more people here. That's higher top rating than ours, and yeah, 100%, bro. That's way higher than ours. That's what I'm saying. I think with server 13 they're slept on because they were having the civil wars, but they're strong. Server 13 is a very, very strong server. It's just that they've been having the civil war. Without the civil war, these guys are packing a punch. That is a massive top 10. Would you 100 mil and then 4 80 mil players to back him up? Could you imagine that on the field? And it's not so much just imagining what they can do on the field. Imagine what that is to stop them. Like what you would need in your own server to stop them. If it wasn't the case that they were all inactive, if all 5 of them are online, that is a very difficult top 5 to try and stop. So, yeah, I'm curious to see how the open field is going to work between server 40, server 13. Because I still think, with server 40, they still got their Lubus. They've got some really, really strong Lubu players. And this tactic that they're doing of going in the castle, out the castle, that will not work when you're fighting in the Imperial City. Like, yes, you might be able to jump in and out. To be fair, you can't even properly jump in and out of the Imperial City purely because there's going to be so many people already in the Imperial City that you might not even be able to get in. So yeah, I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. It's not been that long. This has only been the first 30 minutes of the Imperial City clash. Um, we will take it. We'll just watch how the open field like plays out for a bit longer. Then we'll double check the score. Last time we checked, it was like less than 0.02 billion between each other. So what is that? Maybe 20 million points difference. Did 42 fight 13? So yeah, server 42 we fought, 13 we won, but it was the whole of server. It was server 42 versus that just K-pop. K-pop was strong, but I think we only had to fight that one team. And I think when we look at their rankings now, yes, K-pop is still at the lead, but they've got CJP. Let's see how many people CJP have in the top 50. So they got Imperator 67, 59, 56, 49, 48. Alright, so no, they've got a decent amount of like strength in CJW, but not as much as K-pop. Like, look at how much K-pop there are. Like, look how many K-pop this is. This is, yeah. If that, especially if that top 5 are all online together, insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I really want. Wait, are they attacking? They're attacking his. Oh no, they must have lost troops on that. They must have lost troops on that. That should the score shouldn't be too. Yeah, server 13 just they fucked it a little bit. You cannot attack a castle directly. You cannot do that. Like they've just that gap is skewering more towards server 40. And bearing in mind, server 13 have a few 80 million players online. Let's go check that front again for you guys. Where is that? Kingsland. Was it here? I think it was here again. Yeah. So you've got quite a few. Got both the Guidos here now. That 186. Wait, what? There's a third Guido at 86. Damn. What do we have going on? To be fair, LXN shouldn't have people here. Like they should have TP'd up. They should have ported out. Like it's yeah. They literally fed a lot of points. Bello, you're 100% right. Those top 5 work together and snipe reinforcements in the field while the others rally. That would be a hunt, bro. That would be crazy. If anything, imagine those top 5 trying to hit the rally. Like imagine them hitting the rally and what like they could do by hitting that rally, bro. They're gonna do crazy damage. They're gonna do crazy damage on it. 40 is slowly pulling 0.5 ahead. It's really going to come down to who can hold the Imperial City. It's really going to come down to that. I think. What I'm going to quickly do again, guys, we want to see if there's any other fights. You never know. There could be. I don't know. This guy shouldn't be off alone. Like, this dude should definitely be with his team. And given that he's purple, that means that he teleported there. So he must have been active within the last, what, 30 minutes? He shouldn't just be off on his own. Like, he is somebody that you can get great usage out of if he's in the bulk of the fight. The only negatives I can think of would be that people run away from you. Like, you've got 62 mil. The 62 mil player again, like, just there doing nothing. Bro, you definitely want to be somewhere where you can. This would be silly to, like, go try and attack. The towers are just a big no-no. Big no-no. Sometimes, of course, you have to, and there's no choice. But, what we got here? 35. Alright. Let's go back. I feel like the fight on the other server is a bit better. Actually, wait, no. Let me show you the ranking in this server. So, What server is this? I think this is server. Yeah, this is server 40. Let's look at the alliance. So we've got 44.3 at the top. 3.8. That's interesting. That's definitely moved around a bit since last time. I'm pretty sure VIP last time were at the top. They were definitely at the top. But VIP still have. They've got a lot of big people. But when you like compare this top 5 to the server 13's top 5 and how different it is, but still server 40 are winning. Like server 40 are winning so far in terms of like points ahead. Even though their top 5 isn't nearly as close. Like it isn't. Like let's be real. Like New Moon would be one of the 480 mils. That is like it's a crazy difference between the two. But let's get back to that fighting. Again, I think I would have told BB guys to like just move away. You've got too many like big hitters on that could potentially be making things difficult. Let me ask them to send. Let me see if they'll send reports. Oh, we've got some big clashing. Got some big clashing. Oh, the pretty marches as well. The Valentine one isn't too bad. At first, I thought it was terrible, but definitely the Valentine one isn't too bad. So on 81%. I'm just double checking my charge. So the last thing I want is for like, imagine last thing I want is for like any of my equipment to die out on me. Got Guido versus Corkid. Oh, Corkid got sent home. But it was Guido and Canada. To be fair, that's what you're gonna want to do that. Like even against their bigger people, you might be able to beat them 1-on-1. But I think it's definitely one of those situations where you need to be making sure that you're grouping up together. Because there's no point in trying to take that battle 1-on-1. If you take it 1-on-1, you're going to take way more damage. You're going to lose way more troops, and that battle's going to take twice as long. You could potentially half the time that it takes for that battle just by grouping up with someone. That's strong as well. Spend more. That works too. That definitely works too. That definitely works too. But I think, yeah, it's looking good. I think server 13 have the potential, but you all need to be telling like this BB team why are you like feeding like this. I think an issue might occur if CJP don't show up, because then it will be left to K-pop to open field and rally. That is difficult. That is very difficult. That's very like it's just hard to do when it's just the one main team having to open field and rally. When you can like branch that out, so when you can have, for example, CJP and they can rally as well, or they can control the open field while one person's sole focus is to rally the Imperial City, that's when this game starts coming so much easier. There's a solution to pretty much everything. Just you lot aren't wrong. You lot aren't wrong at all. You lot aren't wrong at all. I think I think server 13 have it in them to take control of the open field, and I think once we get to the Imperial City, and I think it's not too long away now. Once we get to that point, that's when we're really gonna see that the people going to open field, people taking control of everything, dominating those marches on the open field. Because yeah, that's it's harder to run away. It's harder to hide from those situations when you're not able to just jump into your the Imperial cities, into the castles around you. We've got Corkid. Ooh, I didn't even. Corkid's got a pikeman build. That's very interesting. Let's see if they actually do. Cool. So let's go back to the server. Let's keep you guys updated. So right now we have it. Server 40 are just ahead. It's only 0.3, but they're just ahead. And Is that a problem? Not really. Not really. That's not really a concern right now. It's still early. They've only been doing the crossover clash for about 40 minutes. So a point 0.3 gap is very minimal, and in total it's only 0.6 the difference. So like we're playing with 20% of almost 30 billion now. So these guys still have like a load of points that they can use to get ahead. It's just going to really come down to who's going to be rallying better. Not sure how either server is looking for their looking in terms of rallies at this point, but it's that is going to be so key. They've got the purples that I'm looking at, so the K-pops. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people. I feel that server 40 should. Okay. Oh shit! So they've moved. Morkid has moved over here, which is good. Seems Elixon have sent a few more people this direction, as they should. To be fair, Morkid's quite a big player. 63 mil. Only issue is he can't be alone. You can't be that big and like be trying to fight against other players that big as well. Like you got a 71 mil. You've got the 42. You've got okay. Well, there was bigger players here earlier. Okay, they've moved them. So one of the 85 mils is here. Yeah, and then 85 and 71, and they've only got 160 mil player here. That isn't. It's not ideal. It's not ideal at all. And I know that this landfill here is messing up the spawns and the locations that you're able to actually spawn in. And I think the smaller powered players definitely should be asked to move. If not, they're shielding up, because all you're going to end up doing is feeding points. And that's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to be feeding points, because that's when this gap starts to grow. At 0.29 difference, and when I say 0.29 difference, I'm just looking at the stage points. I'm not looking at total points just yet. Not just yet. I wonder, because they did have another 80 mil player, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't this guy. It was the, let me see the ranking. I think it was like you guys know, it was like good person or something like that. He was so rude. Go back to your own stuff. What do we have here? So we got the ranking. Canada at the top. Corkid not too far behind. Morkid not too far behind. But again, they've got like server 13 have big players, and they should be capitalizing a bit more on the points. Like that, I'm pretty sure this dude was the 80. This number 15 was the 85 mil player. He can easily be up where Canada is. Easily be up there as well. So I think the point system right now and how they're collecting points isn't great for server 13. They could definitely be doing much better. But then I'm not trying to discredit server 40. These guys are playing hard. They're playing as a team. It seems they're trying to prevent feeding, clearly. Oh, that's it. Good persons. Where is he? I just thought, wait, I can see his march. Endgame. Oh no, somebody different. Where is he coming from then? I can't see his... Oh, here. Oh, he's 42. I don't know why I assumed that he was a bit bigger. Let's go back to the other clash. Let's see how they're going on over there. Seems like they're just going to be fighting across these two spots. Oh, they've moved people out. They've moved people out. If that's the case, I don't know why Corkid would stay here alone. Because they've got Canada, they've got Guido as well. Like, that's not ideal. That's not an ideal situation you want to be in, where you're stuck facing against those big players. You've got, to be fair, you've got this dude. I can't sleep on him. Ginyu. It depends, I guess, for the... Oh, both of these two aren't bad, actually. Both, you've got 250 mil players backed up. I'm here to back up Corkid. See the one dropping... Oh, rah. Maybe he was taunting them. I think he sent the emoji to taunt them. He's definitely sent the emoji to taunt them. I want to see if I can make a... I'm not sure if I can make a poll. I want to make a poll. Yes, John Jonesy. How are you doing, brother? I hope the help that you asked. Yeah, a stream finally. I know. So it seems right now, K-pop have control over this side of things, and they're gonna keep getting baited into hitting. Yeah, I think they're getting baited into hitting Core Kid, but he's definitely playing it smart. He's knowing you can't be there. I don't want to be out there and potentially like lose those trades. And I think what's happened now, LXN have realized that server 13 have sent in quite a few big players. Can I make a marker for myself actually? Let's make a marker for myself just so then I can quickly pop to it. What's it? PvP zone. Alright, cool. Awesome. Alright, so this SCE team, I'm not familiar with them. And it seems that they are ranked. So they're ranked 4, and they're 2.1 billion. With the amount of players they have, that's a low average. It's probably closer to like 17k. That's just off the dome. I don't know how close it is, but it's definitely below about 20k. And where you've got such big players like these dudes here, they're 85 mil. Like, it's not the best idea to be then just throwing them out there right in front of people, because I think what you'll end up doing is, obviously you want to play the game, you want to have fun, but what's going to end up happening is you're just feeding points. And if we look now, how is the difference? It's what's that? 0.27. It's getting slightly closer. Server 13 are catching up, and it might be because the big players are grouping up on like in this area. Like, I think Nox was a strong player. Nox has a few marches I see. This K-pop dude also has quite a few marches, and I'm assuming he's one of their big players. Because, again, you know me, I will die on the hill. If you aren't a massive spender, if you're not a big whale, you don't really want to be running that many marches. But it's looking how long before IC opens. So we've still got another 40 minutes. It's 40 minutes until the IC opens. And I think the IC fight is going to be intense because both sides have strong cavalry units. And the thing with cavalry units is you don't want to then. Let me come off that. I don't want it to be in favor of anybody. I don't want anybody. Okay, let's look at this. Nice. So, what do we have here? We've got a swordsman lineup versus Core Kid. I think Guido is their 70 mil. To be fair, there's like so many different Guidos. Cool. So let's first take a look at the. This is strong. This is strong. First thing that pops out is the gems. Like, let's see these. Why won't it let me select the gems? I'm not sure if it's bugged, but I can't see the gems. But we can see that it's full red. Unit capacity up. Let's see. Nice rings as well. Very nice rings. I'm not certain if these are absolutely perfect. I'm not even certain if that's the perfect march, but it did trade really well. I can't deny to him, it traded really well. Then we've got Core Kid's march. Now this is a powerhouse. Look at that. So look, he's built this perfectly. You've got the troop attack, you've got your might, you've got your double attack. Then you literally have each of those boosted. And when we look at that, that's what, up 27.4 on your might. Your secondary strikes up by 9.2 and all unit up by 12.2. That's just from one march. That's literally just from one march. Again, level 30 ring. When we see that, like, what you get at level 30, 55.4 on normal attack. That's fucking huge. I'm assuming then we can't even see we can't see too much in terms of the buffs either. But this is good. That was a strong positive trade. Nice. So let's look at the comparison here. So you've got Core Kid versus Canada. Now, Canada's opted to go for the blue ring, the Ring of Daisy. This is a really strong ring. And yeah, it's looking This is looking huge. It's a beefy one, you can tell. The buffs that we've got here. So we've got, damn, Cork is just ahead slightly in terms of the might attack by 30%, whereas Canada's got almost 20% more health, which is huge, which is absolutely huge. Both exact same in terms of the stats, the might, the armor, everything looks basically, no, everything is the same. What the hell? I'm not sure if that's bugged or not, but that's, yeah, no, Canada traded really well there, really, really well. I don't want. I want it to stay on like these chats. So we see from server 13 what they're saying is boring. I wonder what they mean by that. They're point. What's that? 0.28 behind. So they still have potential to go and get that back. The lower part should be hero stats. They have them all maxed. It looks the same. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. 10, y'all watching but can't drop a like though. Oh yeah, no, drop a like, guys. Appreciate that. Thank you. If you could, it would help. If you could, it would really help. If you haven't subscribed, I appreciate like any subscribe. Subscribe if you want to. I don't want to force you guys to. I'm more so. You know what it is? I just find it interesting. I think these two are going to be very interesting matches, and I think hopefully they both go all out in the Imperial City. We still got only, that's what, 35, it's 35 minutes now. It's only 35 minutes now. I'm going to see if they've got, oh, so Canada's moved here, that's interesting. They've moved to this one front. I'm assuming then the front that he's just come from is, yeah, more or less empty. Yeah, it's empty, it's empty, it's empty. Cool. Now I'm not sure if there's any other like battlegrounds just yet. Let's see on their serve first. Okay, so they've got. Don't think. Yeah, nah. I think sometimes you need to like find somewhere for your tier 6 players to like also get to fight because it's boring otherwise. It's really boring otherwise if you only say you're like your strong people can fight. Nobody wants that. Like you've just spent a week prepping to have these fights. You don't. The last thing you want is that people aren't allowed to fight. So sometimes you'll see like the odd tier 6 just like go off to another corner by themselves just to find somewhere. Damn, he's okay. So they've got the 100 mil guy on as well. This is insane. This is insane. Look at that. Walking through the towers like they don't mean anything. So you can see he's using the Lubu, Mulan, and King Arthur, of course. I think having a Lubu or having a King Arthur that is a crazy combination, because what you have there is two commanders that do a lot of area of effect. You've got two commanders that not also do area of effect that just pump out each other and counter each other's counters, which is huge. 62 mil player here. Looks like they're trying to port him out though. That's an hour that you lose if you get ported out. So it's good that we did take a look around. I don't think there's any more. I know they had a big player somewhere. Not you. I think it was you. This guy seems like he's been AFK the whole time. Hopefully he shows up by the time that they've got the Imperial Clash, because the last thing you want is to not be able to witness the Imperial Clash because you went AFK. You don't want that. You want all your big players at that Imperial Clash. This is, yeah. I'm hoping, like, from what we see, they've got big people on both sides. So now I think, and in the next 30 minutes, it's going to be who can push ahead a bit more. Because right now it's what? That's 0.42 now. 0.42 different in just the stage points. Earlier it was 0.3, so it seems that server 13 are feeding somewhere. Overall, the gap hasn't changed though. The total points gap is still 0.6. Like, that's really good. So it's been almost an hour, and that 0.6 gap has barely changed. It's really going to come down to the rallies, and I'm not sure who's going to have it. I think server 13 should technically, on paper, have control of the open field, purely because of, like, look at this. You've got 85 mil, 71 mil. People can't tell who's who. They just see Guido. They're seeing like 700. This is crazy. Alright, cool. This Alexen guy here really wants to run away because, yeah, this is going to be... This might be painful. Yeah, he's not taking any damage. Guido's just not taking any damage from this. So you know that, look at, yeah, you lot just saw that. That's the perfect trade, and that's what you don't want to happen. You don't want your smaller players just out there in the open AFK last minute or trying to bait a whale with nowhere to run to. Because at the same even with the whole allies, you can make them yellow, but you can't teleport into their castles. So you can't just be sitting AFK around them. Like, why are they need to stop attacking castles though? That doesn't... Well, actually, he didn't lose that much. Well, let's see. That didn't really... It's 0.42 now. I don't think they want to keep attacking castles. We learned the hard way. So in server 42, we had a player attack castles, and it didn't. It's just not what you want to do at all. It's the very last thing that you want to do. Actually, you lose a lot of points. The system in this game isn't built for you to attack a castle outside of a rally. So I'm not sure. I don't think that was ideal move, even if you're a 70 mil player fighting like a 12 mil player. Like, nah, that's just not the move at all. Got Cool Kid here as well. Yeah, it's really turning into a front, but I think server 40, what they want to do is, in this spot, they need to put in way more of their whales. They need way more of their whales, because it's now just Cool Kid. I don't know where the others have gone to. And the thing is, with Cool Kid, how he would ideally want to play it is, you don't want to be alone. You don't want to be the only person of your strength alone in that in the open field. You want, like, earlier we saw Cool Kid with like the 2 level 50 players. You want to keep that. A few level 60s, you want to keep that. You need to bunch together, because if you can't beat them 1-on-1, you need to 2v1 them. Simple as. If you can't beat them 2v1, you need to do the 3v1. And by spreading them out, or at least having smaller players next to you, you're not going to be able to do that. Because that 20 mil player and Cool Kid, he can't then go and hit Canada and like think, oh yeah, this 20 mil player is going to boost it in my favor. It might not. Canada realistically could probably one-shot the 20 mil player, and he's gone. And he's served no purpose to that fight at all. So what server 40 would need to do is send more people of the similar strength together and just play in unison. And kind of copy and replicate what server 13 are doing. And that's how they're going to make their gap even bigger. Because it's 0.38, so 0.37 now. It's good. Like, they're not... Server 40 isn't doing terribly. The gap overall is still 0.6 in the total points. The stage points, 0.36, 0.37. Like, it's not moving in any favor. I think they must have messed up. They must have been feeding earlier, got ahead, and they're just keeping it now. So, we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Got Cool Kid said, yeah. And also, utilize the counters. Utilize the counters, man. You saw that, like... Counters work in this game. Simple as. Counters work in this game. And if you're gonna be fighting a lot of big plays, you might as well make those points where you're fighting your counter. Like that's happening here. Look at, he's tanking so many different armies right now. And then he's got the Lubu to come in to fight a weaker Lubu. Like, he used his counter to make the enemy K-pop Lewis's Lubu weaker. Then he can pop out with his own Lubu and finish him off. Look how many just got sent home. Look how many literally just got sent home. Now Canada pulls up. So it's looking good. They're both looking good, but I think what both sides are doing is it's like we're just gonna chuck Wales out and hope for the best. But we need it. We're gonna need a bit more coordination from server 40. Even though they're still winning, I'm not bashing server 40 at all. I would say though that they would want to put a few more players around Core Kid though. And now, given that Core Kid has gone, I'm gonna double check again if where this 100 mil player is. Was it here? Okay, so he's gone. But gone where? I don't want to show that the reason why I'm not using the chat to find it. I don't really want to show the chat because I feel like we want it to be fair. We want it to be even. That these two, it's just two strong teams fighting. Oh, he's here now. But he's here doing what? That's what I don't get. Like, there's nothing for you here really. Unless he plans to do this long march out here, which is possible. It's possible he could definitely do it. He's a big player, but I think the same way I said that server 40 want to keep all their players together, you want to do the exact same thing. You don't want to have all your people just running off alone. Even if they are big, you want to gain as many points as possible. Yes, Scar. How are you doing, Scar? Hope you're well, man. Thank you for pulling up to the stream. Now again, I want to just double check a few things. So let's look at the merit that we've got here. So VIP have got a crazy amount of merit. The fact that they've got two teams over 200 million merit is insane. That is massive. These guys haven't lost too much power yet. But I'm assuming once the Imperial City opens, I'm expecting that's going to change quite a lot. It's going to change quite a lot. See how much they might drop down to potentially. This Zyro guy seems quite strong. He seems like he's tanking quite a few different people. Got Guido, another Guido, of course. You've got Hades, Zyro, 29 mil. So this looks a bit more even. So this looks like where the mid spenders have come to really fight against each other. We're facing server 30 later today. Good luck, man. How's that look? How is that, what do we call it? How's the stage looking for that one? Because I haven't been paying too much attention to it. But I think a server 20 leading by a lot in terms of the points. What's the points gap between you guys? Let's go to the other server quickly again. See if they've got any fighting going on in this area again. No, not really. That people have moved out. I think, I'm not sure what's happening. It also depends on the activity as well at this time. I'm not sure who set the time. I'm not sure if these are both EU dominated teams, Asian teams. So potentially this could be a good time for them. I know K-pop is got a lot of Korean players. So ideally this can be a really good time for them. Okay, so not much fighting elsewhere on the map. It was mainly that first point where it seems that all the fighting has now moved to server 40. I'd like to play 72 next. Why 72? Are they strong? Didn't a server 72 the ones that beat server 26? I think I did see that a server beat. I think they beat server 26 already. Or it might have been 73, I'm not sure. Now, it was really interesting that Moorkid was here somewhere, and he's gone now. I'm not sure if he's moved closer. No, he hasn't. That's very interesting, because unless he's had to go AFK. That's top of your bracket right now. Okay, that's good. Are you guys close? Is it are you confident you can beat them? Again, I think what would be really interesting for the nerds like me, we just love the stats. We want to know about different servers. How strong are they? How do they look? It would be really interesting to have a breakdown of all these things. Must be active, more merits. That's very true. Very, very true. One thing, Scar, take a look at this, because I just want, just as a refresher for anybody that's just joined the stream. Now, actually no, let me make it more linear. So we've got the points difference now. So we've got zero point 0.6 gap still. It hasn't changed much. Oh, 0.5. It might pop up to 0.6 again, but the gap isn't changing much. But let's look, when you take a look at who's leading. So server 40 are leading right now. This is the top 10. Go to top 20. By the time the top 20 ends, they're at 46 mil. By the end of 30, they're at 41. But when we take a look at server 13, this is one of the strongest top 10s I've seen. And 111 mil with, oh wait, I swear, oh no, Canada's dropped down from 81 down to 78. I'm gonna still count them as at 80 mil, but they had 480 mil players here. And I'm pretty sure, I've seen Guido, I've seen the K-pop with the, I've seen number 4, I've seen number 5, I've seen number 1. Number 2 is sat AFK right now. And by the time they hit 20, they're at 53 mil, whereas server 40 was 46. By the time you're 30 mil, they were at 41 versus 47. So server 13, they've got power. They've got a lot of power in this server. It's just going to be whether they're going to consolidate it or they're going to fight together. Because if they fight together, if they control that open field, they're in a sweet spot. At the same time, I'm not sure if K-pop alone can be the ones to just open field and rally all by themselves. That's an impossible ask. It's a very hard ask to ask one team to take control of the open field whilst doing the rallies as well. That's going to be mad difficult, but we'll see. '20 is strong, but we just don't like to do the admin work too much. We turn up for war a lot though. That's good. I guess activity is key. Activity is very much key, so that's good that you've got the people that actually turn up to war, because nothing's worse than if you're a strong server and you do have the strength to win, but the people don't show up. I think once you have two servers like that, then it will come down to the admin and like the know-how, not necessarily know-how, but like this is what we're gonna do. This is like coordinators. This is the overseers, making sure we're not feeding all of that admin bullshit. But that's good to hear. Oh, we've got some pretty marches here. So 21 minutes until we get to see the Imperial City clash. It is server 40 invading, so I think, yeah, we're gonna be going to the other server to see things. I'm gonna see. Will they give me gems though? I might wanna teleport. I feel bad if I teleport and take up a space. Let's see if they've shared any more reports. Yeah, they have. Does that mean Warrior Pike? Damn, that's a heavy hit. Yeah, that's a strong. Canada is such a strong guy, man. Like 12. He lost less than 1,000 to gain 12,000. This, yeah. These guys, because they keep jumping in and out, it's like the smallest trades, and it just depends who does like damage in that first like 3 seconds or so. No, it doesn't say how long the fight was. Sometimes it has the comparison things, other times it doesn't. It's an 84 mil player. Okay, so Corkid took the trade hit. I'm assuming then this was a bit of a longer trade. It is really hit and miss with your Lubus, because sometimes you might spike out a crazy amount of damage. Other times you might not, and it really depends. And those really short engagements like that, it really depends on if like Lubu in those first 5 seconds, if he pops a critical attack or not. Oh my gosh, this is not a comfortable position. So not much fighting going on in the field right now. It's very, very quiet. 11-11. Let's see. 0.5 on the gap. So server 13 catching up slowly but surely. It was 0.6, is now at 0.5 in total points difference. Guess it depends. I think server 40 might need to chill out because, again, they don't have all their whales next to each other. They've got Corkid kind of lonely here. He hasn't lost too much in terms of points. He's still 73 mil, which is quite good. Let's pop on Discord quickly to see if there's been any updates. No, it's looking relatively chill. So that's interesting. The fighting seems to have just completely stopped. Maybe that, I'm not sure if this is a strategy internally, that they might want to decide to wait a bit. But yeah, it seems the fighting sort of died out in that place. Let's see. Again, if they're not really utilizing any of the other ports. There's not much fighting elsewhere. Oh, he is. Okay, let's see what their strongest players got to offer. What's nice with having the cavalry is that even with the towers slowing you down, they're going to make up a lot of ground. They will make up quite a lot of ground. Ideally, though, I would have kept all my marches like right next to each other. Okay, and he also runs, so we can see he's got warrior pikemen, martial pikemen, archers, and then I know up here there was the Lubu. Which direction? Like, I'm not quite sure. Oh, of course, and then he's got his King Arthur just there. I guess his main priority is just getting more into that hive, but what they've done is they've littered towers everywhere, so he's going to be taking damage. It's minuscule, but it's still damage, and it's going to keep him slow, so potentially that could be fun, but I think ideally that guy would have been over here. Like, he would be over here having a bit of more fighting, but again, it seems that there's no more fighting. There's they can't call it quits just yet. They still got another 16 minutes before the Imperial City opens, so let us see if they've gone to another. Now, what I notice a lot of is people they very rarely will they go into Zone 1 and Zone 2 purely because you're not really gonna gain too many points there. It's gonna be a bit quieter there. And typically the people that are there are much lower powered, and I'm not sure if everybody's checked the rules. If they're too much, like they're over 2 tiers below you, you're not even going to get any points. So potentially fighting the free-to-plays that kind of stop playing are really, really casual in Zone 1, it might not be worth it. Okay, so these guys, I might have to like check into Zone 1 or 2, but it does look like they're not actually. They don't really have like a main conflict area anymore. What was that? Nope. Alright. Let's go back to the main. Seems they just kind of stopped the fight. Let's see what they're saying. Ooh. So K-pop seems they're trying to destroy this Treb from RKU. Thing is, the RKU guys, I wouldn't advise this because you don't have any whales to like back up what you're trying to do. And they sent a 71 and a 23 mil. 23 mil player, obviously alone, it wouldn't have been ideal. But look, bro, you've got Guido here. That's just overkill. With all Guido is he's even using Josephine, And given that at Guido's level, his tech will be insane, that just means that your Josephine is actually your Josephine will actually be quite strong. It will actually be quite strong purely because the technology is so high on it. So the raw stats of that Josephine are probably insane. They are destroying it, which is good. They might have wanted to save those for when the Imperial City opened, maybe. Like, using the ram so early might not have been the best idea. Very quiet. Very quiet. I think they're probably prepping to get ready to go to the Imperial City. Let's see. Yeah, over time, like, more people just leaving this sport. I wonder where, like, they're fighting now. Finally, He's made it all this way. I think it was worth it. Because look, his health has barely like gone down. His health has genuinely barely gone down. But what's going to happen is in this maze, he's going to easily get baited from place to place. Don't seem to be having like any form of skirmish now. Let's see if their points are going up though. I wonder why they've done that. Ooh, what do we have here? Cool Kid has found somewhere new to go. Guess he will easily be able to farm up points here. Easy, much easier to like farm up some points. So just over 10 minutes before the people start teleporting into Imperial City. If we do take a look at the ranking, so let's see who's going to actually be there first. So, in terms of ranking, Alliance. Looks like, so K-pop and then LXN. K-pop first, then LXN. And K-pop ahead by 200 mil. Shit. It's gonna be, yeah. It's gonna be intense. I assume that once K-pop and LXN first jump in, I'm not sure if it's even sensible for LXN to start open fielding them immediately because they might end up feeding quite a lot of points. That could happen. We've seen that K-pop have a really strong top 10, so I'm not expecting LXN to like teleport in and then assume to like make massive leads in terms of points. But overall, it seems like the fighting is relatively quiet. This Guido guy. Ooh. Oh, wow. So it wasn't okay. No, it's not. It's not. I like he's missing. It's level 40 armor. To be fair, the skills are quite high. So I'll give it to him. The skills are quite high, which is good. But I think this Guido guy hits like a truck. Like yeah, full level 80, 3-star, 2-star gear, all skills max. Basically, just only got this 3 and 2. But yeah, they're trading immensely. Jesus. Cool. Do you know what I'm going to do? Really quickly, in the last 10 minutes, just given that like the fighting has slowed down a bit, I'm going to go to... I'm going to take you guys to server 42 really quickly. So what's this? Things character. Entire S13 is Guido, exactly. There's so many Guidos in that one server, I'm not sure who is who. Oh snap, give me... I didn't realise I'm not charging my laptop. Just give me one moment. Let me get a snack as well, guys, bear with me. Alright. Perfect, guys. And I got a little snacky snack. Alright, perfect. So, let's take a look at where server 40 is and how we were doing. So, yeah, I think, yeah, that's finished. Yeah. So, yeah, fortunately for us, we won. It was a good one. One with, I think that's what, 7.8 difference, which is nice. Yeah, I've never lost that many troops before. 1.23 on the score. Ranked 7. That's good. Some prawn chips. Nah, bro, we got Watsits. Got some Watsits, nice and easy.